What is going on, people? It is your boy Sven D bringing you another episode of Battlefield 3 How to Be a Pro Like Me. Nah, but today we're going over an engineer professional. No, it'd be a professional engineer. Yeah. So I'm going to go through, tell you guys a little bit on how to be a pro engineer, give you some tips and tricks and tactics and strategies and all that good stuff. Right up in the top left corner, you can see my favorite loadout to run as an engineer. Now, I'm giving you gameplay and a loadout from an engineer class that I use for defending. When I am attacking, I usually do run the repair tool or the blowtorch, and I run the RPG. It depends on the map. For close, tight, really close quarter maps, I do prefer the RPG because of the time it takes to lock on with a javelin, and you can be a lot more mobile and a lot quicker with an RPG than you can a javelin. But for big maps, I love using the javelin. Now, one huge thing you want to do as an engineer on either attacking or defending is you want to get set up as quick as possible. You can see in any of my videos actually when I'm running the engineer kit, but this one in particular, you can see right off the bat I ran and I set up anti-tank mines, and that is a very large part on being successful as an engineer. One thing you want to do with your anti-tank mines is you want to set them up at the choke points. Controlling the choke points is huge, and that is one of the most critical jobs of an engineer. That's how you can make yourself most effective as an engineer. The thing I do after I get set up is I try to get elevated. Right here, I'm on top of a building. You don't want to just get elevated somewhere where the snipers are going to be able to pick you off. You want to make sure you do have cover, which the top of this building is. It is covered around the borders of it. You can see the sandbags right in front of me. You know, making sure you're high up and that you have cover is very important. That's going to allow you to be most effective with the javelin. That's going to increase your line of sight. You're going to be able to see a lot farther, thus making your javelin a lot more effective. The javelin really does have really good length, and I think it might not be, but I think it's quite a bit farther than the Stinger. That's just from personal experience. That's not actual facts, I guess you could say. But you know, when you die as an engineer, like up there, I am only going to be able to take cover so much. Be persistent, rush right back. You know, you got to be quick, you got to be persistent, you got to be relentless. That is a good word to actually kind of describe what I'm trying to get at. You know, you really want to control the choke points, and if you die, you got to get back to that choke point as soon as possible, because getting off that choke point for a short period of time can be the difference between you successfully defending an area or the other team breaking through that barrier. Now, they haven't patched the anti-tank mines like they have with the C4, so if you die, your anti-tank mines do still stay there. And I've actually found that when I die with anti-tank mines set up, even if I switch classes, my anti-tank mines stay there. So I think that's something they should patch. I mean, it definitely does benefit you if you're defending in that situation, but I think just to make the game more balanced and whatnot, it would be good. I mean, what's the point of patching the C4 for support if you're not going to patch the anti-tank mines for the engineer class? Now, the javelin is very effective. The javelin is one of the greatest weapons in the game. A lot of people think, okay, so you lock onto a vehicle and you shoot it. That's great. You know, it has the radar, so you can lock onto vehicles, thus making your shots almost 100% accurate. But the thing is, people, is if you look between the lines, there is so much more to a javelin than that. You're going to see at times, even if I'm out of ammo with a javelin, if I'm at an elevated position, I will use the javelin as a defensive weapon. And here's what I do. I use the radar to scare off enemy vehicles. And what I can do is I can go and I can lock onto vehicles, and a lot of players that you do that to, they will back off immediately, they will get out, and they will get away from that point just as fast as they got there. There is a lot I can't even say. There's so many benefits to using the javelin other than just destroying vehicles. I mean, they do have a significant amount of damage, so they do work pretty well in that aspect, but people don't realize the intangibles of a weapon, such as what I just discussed. Use the radar to your advantage. You might be out of, you might be out of rockets, But like right here in certain situations when these guys see me or they hear me starting to lock onto them, especially if they can't locate me, those guys are getting out as fast as possible. They're backing up, they're getting behind some cover themselves, thus really deeming themselves ineffective for the time being. Now, when you are repairing a vehicle, because you know it's not really senseless to use the repair torch for attack or for defending as well as attacking. I mean, you can still be effective with the repair torch while you're defending. Use your vehicles for cover, especially if you're repairing a vehicle. And an engineer in general, you should use vehicles for cover regardless of what class you're using, whether it's engineer, support, medic, so on and so forth. But if you're repairing vehicles and you're out in an open area where the enemy can see you, you're going to get taken out fast. At least if I see you doing that, I'm going to take you out before you even get a chance to repair that vehicle halfway. So use the vehicles for cover. Now, one of those intangibles that I was talking about as far as making enemies back off when they get locked onto with a radar, the night maps like Tehran Highway, which I'm playing right now, the Javelin is an awesome tool to do some recon on. So basically, it's a night map. It's going to be a little bit harder to see things, especially off in the distance. Well, with the Javelin, you're going to be able to lock on things that you may not always be able to see. So that's going to allow you to lock on things and spot them that you normally would not see and spot them ahead of time with another weapon such as the RPG. I mean, and it's a really great weapon to use, guys. There's a lot of uses other than just blowing shit up with it. You know, one great tip is to try to interact with your teammates, especially your squad. Have somebody run support, because, you know, you're going to see, I think you've already seen actually in this game so far, there have been times where I ran out of rockets for the Javelin. Now, like I said, you can still find uses for the Javelin as far as locking onto vehicles and such, but, you know, having a guy running support with the ammo packs is going to help you out a great deal. Just keeping rockets in that Javelin is going to make you unstoppable. But anyways, people, I hope this video helped you out. Definitely help me out with some ratings, and I'll make sure to send you a bottle of mustard. Yeah, you'll get a bottle of mustard. I'm just kidding, people. But anyways, until next time, it is your boy Sven D, and I will catch y'all later. Peace!